What's good, everyone? Today I'm joined with my guy Lewis.
Yep.
What's good, Lewis? Could you introduce yourself briefly, bro?
Hey guys, I'm Lewis. I'm 25. I'm a qualified plasterer from Melbourne, Victoria.
Sweet, sweet, Lewis. And you've been in ABC for roughly about 5 weeks now, five or 6 weeks.
Yeah, about
What's
five weeks.
yeah? What sort of things been looking like for you now since you first joined and where you've gotten to so far?
Yeah, pretty good to be honest. Like you said, I joined 5 weeks ago, and I've just yesterday landed myself an SDR role with a solar company in Australia, which is pretty insane.
Yeah, yeah, nice, man. And what does that sort of look like, bro? Could you elaborate a little bit more?
Yeah, so it's pretty much an appointment setting role where I'll just be reaching out to people, but the with it's just commission based, and but there's an earning potential of 5K Australian dollars per week,
Mhm.
which is like pretty insane. So I'm looking forward to cracking into it.
Yeah, nice. How does that compare to what you're sort of earning at the moment, bro, as a plasterer?
And tenfold, nah, 5 times what I'm getting like at the moment.
Yeah,
So it's crazy.
crazy, crazy. And you've already like put your notice in and everything. You're about to do this full time, pretty much.
Yeah. I put my 4 week notice in a couple of weeks ago with the hope of getting a role in this, and then lucky it's worked out. So in 2 weeks I'll be starting. So can't wait.
Crazy, bro, crazy. In literally like 5 weeks, boom, land yourself a role. And 2 months time, pretty much, you'll be leaving the plastering, getting off the tools, full
Yep,
time, working remote, basically.
100%. So fucking so keen. That excited.
Yeah, ah, sweet, bro. Well, let's take it back to, I suppose, day one, man. Like, even getting into your apprenticeship to begin with, like you said, you finished high school, that sort of thing, pretty stock standard with like getting into an apprenticeship because that's what a lot of, us Aussie 18-year-olds do once they finish school. I mean, what was the thought process getting into the apprenticeship? Was it something that you've always wanted to do or
To be honest, like not at all. Like I didn't want to go to uni, and there's only really two options you get.
yeah.
Like, I mean, you can go work at Woolies, but like, I don't know. So I thought, being a tradie from the outside, everyone's like, oh, it's great. Like you feel like you're doing something. You're doing something with your hands and shit. But um, like it's good. At the start, it's nice. You're just making a paycheck, and it's not too hard and shit. But it's just not for everyone. Like some people don't fit into that category, and I was one of those guys.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was like it was not bad. You're earning a paycheck. I mean, when did you, I guess, kind of realize like it wasn't something for you, bro? Like you just sort of jumped into it, not really knowing what else there was out there, I suppose.
Probably after my first year, I just knew that that's not me, not the lifestyle like I want.
Yeah, wow.
But I just didn't know where else to go. So
Yeah, yeah. And it was similar with me as well. Like I was after my first year, like I wanted to get out, but it was just like it's hard to tell what else you can do. Didn't want to go to uni either. Didn't want to go army or work a fucking dead end retail job,
yeah,
and you feel like you're kind of stuck there, bro.
mm-hmm.
How did
100%.
that sort of make you feel like you were like? What did your hours look like? How did work actually look for you? Like, why was it not appealing?
Just just travel, pretty much travel. You're picking up. Obviously, I'm a bit older, so and we've got apprentices. They don't have their license,
Nah,
so I got to fucking always pick them up. Like there'd be two, maybe three of them sometimes. I'm driving all the time. They can't drive, so you get fucking tired. Like every day, waking up 4:30, traveling fucking 2 hours, 2 hours back. Like it's a strain.
yeah. And like the work itself, like what did that sort of look like? Was it because I've done a bit of plastering, like it's definitely not the funnest job in the world.
It's good. It's good and bad parts. Like you're
Yeah,
gonna get messy. That was an issue for me. I don't really care about that. But like
yeah,
insulation, that fucking sucked. Like we insulate everything. And just I don't know. It's just kind of a toxic environment. So not all the time, just sometimes. Like it's just fucking go, go, go. You never like can take the foot off the gas, or else someone's gonna fucking chirp in your ear or something. So
yeah, yeah. So it's like the work, yeah, obviously there's good things and bad things about it, pretty much like every job.
mhm.
But yeah, it was just like, I mean, what was the biggest thing that made you want to leave, like the trades?
Probably, I'd say my boss was probably half of it.
Okay.
Just like just normal Aussie,
Yeah.
tradie boss. He's gonna be fucking up your ass. Like even if you do something good, he's still gonna give you a little bit of fucking criticism. And then just that'd be half the reason. And just getting sick of that trouble. Like I don't want to be doing that
Yeah.
when I'm 30.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay. And like in terms of pay and everything, like do you think it was worth it in that? Because I know a lot of people, because you're a guy who pretty much, actually finished their apprenticeship and you said you wanted to leave like after your first year, but you sort of stuck with it for 6 years.
Mm.
I mean, I suppose what made you stick with it for that long, bro?
I guess just the achievement of getting that qualification. Like that was like the goal that kind of kept me going, I guess. But like once you get that, and then you get that pay rise, but it's not really as much as you think it's going to be.
Yeah.
Like I'll be honest, like I was getting 30 bucks, which is actually above award for a plasterer, but like
Yeah, well.
it's still like fucking not much.
Yeah.
Especially if you had kids, you can't survive for that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's like pretty common misconception, like not just with plasterers, just with tradesmen in general. Like a lot of people, they're an apprentice, they're not really rating the work. Obviously, you're getting paid shit money because you're an apprentice, but
Mm.
a lot of people they think to themselves, "Oh, once I actually get qualified, I'm going to be on a lot more, and it's going to be such a big difference that even though I hate the work, it's going to be tolerable because of the money." But in most fucking cases, once you do get qualified, like you actually don't really get that much of a pay rise unless you go do FIFO or you go,
Mm.
work some fucking heinous amount of hours, like 80 hours a week or some shit to make money. So
Yeah. Mhm.
yeah, how did it make you feel, bro? Like sticking out the apprenticeship, regardless of whether you liked it or not, getting qualified and pretty much realizing like, oh fuck, this is not even worth it. I'm getting paid more, like above awards wages for a plasterer, and it's still not really that much.
Makes you. I feel like I was just wasting like precious like years, but I
Yeah,
could have been doing something else that gets more money and actually makes me like feel rewarded after a day. Because like every day like finish, I just don't get that reward. Like you've achieved something, because you're working, you're doing it for someone else.
yeah.
So
Was there
yeah.
any way that you could have like worked somewhere else and earned more money with that qualification, or even did you ever think about getting a different trade or something? Or
No, I think if I went to other companies where I live, I probably would have got less, to be honest.
Hmm.
But no, I never thought about going. I'm not a trade. I'm not a trade guy.
Yeah,
that's not me. Like I don't. If I changed jobs, I wouldn't be going into the trade. Like that's the last thing I want to do.
yeah,
But since I was already in it, I was just too comfortable to like,
yeah,
fucking do anything.
yeah, yeah. So for you, it was just like like the whole time you pretty much knew the trade just wasn't for you. It was just like, yeah, once again, you're too comfortable. You already, you wanted to quit like after a year, but you're already in it. So you were just like, fuck it, why not just finish it?
Yeah, pretty much. Kind of nailed it on the head.
So, I mean, with that being said, I mean, you felt that way and you continued working that job for 6 years. I mean, what made you finally think to yourself, okay, it's time to stop being comfortable and actually do look for a change and maybe look into a different industry?
Probably even probably at least 6 months ago. I
Okay.
tried. I tried looking into crypto just to fucking at least find a little a little opening where I could try get out of it. And fuck, it's I don't know. It's not. You can't be looking somewhere without help. I guess. Well, I just go in blindly because that's just how I was. Like, it's just not a way to success.
Now, I know you sort of talked about like, so it was about 6 months ago you started thinking about getting into something else because it was like before. I mean, what even, because you said before you wanted to get into something else after your first year. Was it like the online stuff that sort of came across like your feeds and what you were seeing online that made you actually want to look more into?
Like in the last 6 months, or when I first
Yeah,
started.
yeah, because obviously, yeah, you said like that after your first year that you did want to. like get into something else, but you weren't really sure what else was out there.
Mm.
But only about like 6 months ago, you actually started looking into more of the online stuff. Is that because you just sort of came across it, or
No, 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 didn't come across it. I think I was just always looking for fucking something. Like I knew there had to be more than just fucking plastering. Like that couldn't be the next 40 years for me.
Hmm.
So that's why I tried, fucking just looking YouTube, just reaching out to fucking whoever, and that's how I stumbled on the crypto, and that was the first step.
Yeah. Okay. So like about 6 months ago was sort of like you started looking into crypto, and what sort of happened there, bro?
Um, yeah, so funny story. Yeah, I tried reaching out to a couple of
Yeah.
people that I shouldn't be reaching out to because obviously, like, you don't know where the fuck they're from. I could be telling you they're from Australia, but they're probably not. And then you build relationships with these people. You're talking to them every day. They're helping you out. Like you feel like they feel like it's your family. Well, not your family, but like a friend. So you put all your trust in them.
Yeah.
They show you the way, and like at the start, it's fucking good because you can see, the money's like racking up. Fake money is racking up.
Mm,
You're like, oh, it's fucking awesome. You put in more. You put in more,
mm.
and then you get to that point where it's time to take it all out, and then like it's a fucking it's a scam, and then that person's just disappeared with all your money. So that's exactly what happened to me. So
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck. So about 6 months ago, it was like you were pretty much that desperate to get out of your job. You started reaching
mm-hmm.
out to like just random people you never met before,
Yep.
trying to get started in this crypto thing.
Mm-hmm.
They built
Oh,
up the trust and pretty much just took advantage of you.
fucking oath. But I was looking back, it's pretty dumb. But you just when you're that like focused on just getting out of something, or you're that desperate. Like I was just trying to find anything. So
Mm. And I don't want to go too deep into it, but I know like it was pretty much all the money you had, right? Like you were that desperate that you fucking basically invested everything that you had into this crypto thing to try and get out of this job.
pretty much, I'll be honest. Like it would have been at least, pretty much on my life savings. Like at least the last 4 years of work, I just pumped fucking straight into crypto with
Yeah.
these random people, and then
Yeah.
probably when it was all said and done, I probably left with $500 and a fucking 10 grand loan. I got a 10 grand loan to put into it as well.
Wow.
Fucking idiot. So, and then yeah, that was 4 months ago now. So I'm still paying that loan now, but everything's looking brighter.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck. How much was that, bro? How much did you end up losing?
70 grand.
70,000. And
Yeah.
you invested that and you got a 10K loan out. So about
Yeah.
$80,000 you lost.
Mm-hmm. Makes it sound worse when you say that, but yeah.
I know. It's rough. Like, because I mean, I was the one who hopped on the call with you and hearing that, I was like, what the fuck? It sounded like the most insane situation I had never heard before.
I'm not lying. Shit, not.
Yeah.
Not a joke.
Yeah. How did that sort of make you feel, bro? Like that whole situation, I'm like, obviously, most people can tell, like, it's obviously not an easy situation. It's very, very hard, I'm sure. But where did that sort of leave you, bro? Because obviously you were so desperate to get out of this job. You put, your whole life savings and more, borrowed money to put into this to get out of it, just to basically get taken advantage of and be left with nothing. And now you're back at square one. You're still, needing to work your trade, and you're even further
Mm-hmm.
backwards than you were when you first looked at
Yeah. Obviously, I felt like fucking shit as soon as it happened. Like I don't know, I was just thinking for 2 days. Like I didn't really leave my house. I'm like, fuck, I just fucking ruined my whole life, just just like that.
it.
And like, and I was thinking like, how am I ever going to get back to that? Especially with the same job, like renting. Like I couldn't even think, to be honest.
Yeah. So it was something you sort of like was on your mind for like a good 3 days, and then like, because I know you look into the online stuff, got into crypto, then since that point when that happened, you pretty much stayed away from all the online stuff for like a decent amount of time, like a month or two or something?
Yeah, for probably the next 3 months, like I didn't look into anything online at all because obviously I'm fucking scarred.
Yeah.
So I was just finding other ways to make money, like like DoorDash and shit on top on my job, just trying to get a little bit ahead.
Mm.
But yeah, I did not look into anything online. Like anything I see, if I saw anything on Facebook, I'm like, fuck no, no, not touching it.
Yeah. So a good 3 months you stayed away from like all the online stuff, picked up DoorDash, which fuck me, I've been there.
Yeah,
You know it's rough when you're door dashing.
yeah, I know. Yeah, it's
Um, and doing that pretty much just to get ahead again, save some money.
mm.
What was your plans in your head? Like you were like, oh fuck, the online stuff's not gonna work. I mean, what did you sort of have in mind? Like, what were you gonna do?
That's the thing I didn't know because I was just gonna keep plastering and door dashing for I don't know, just until I got that money back. To be honest,
Yeah.
which that would have taken me fucking years, well, 5 years probably. But I had no plan.
Yeah. So after like 3 months, bro, like obviously you looked into the online stuff again. Like what made you try again? After like getting fucked over like nothing I've ever heard before. And obviously, like as anyone would be completely just scarred from looking or hearing anything about the online stuff. What made
Yeah,
you look into it again and actually give something a shot?
I just like I've tried other things as well. Even like the past 5 years, like I've always been trying to find something to get out of it, and I'm like, well, in that 3 months, I was just obviously I didn't want to see it, but then I'm like, I gained a little bit of trust back. I'm like, what, fuck it, like one last shot at something, just because I knew like if I don't try one more time, then I'm gonna be fucking stuck here. So um, yeah, just give it one more shot. Just actually fucking studied a little bit and looked into more positive areas. So
Yeah. Yeah. So what the biggest thing for you, like despite obviously everything that had happened in the past, like you kind of came to that realization, like if you don't try anything, like you said before, you were like, fuck, like I didn't even know what the plan was. If it wasn't like an online thing, like I'm gonna be stuck plastering, door dashing on the side as well to save some money, but again, still stuck in the same situation with the exact same problem.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
So for you, it was just like I need to continue looking into the online stuff, maybe find some more positive things. Obviously, there's a lot of scams out there, 100%. Like
Mm-hmm.
I've been scammed a lot as well.
Yeah.
Man, not as much as yourself, but
Mm.
same here. There's definitely a lot of bad people out there, 100% just trying to take your
Heaps.
money and everything. But for you, the biggest thing was like you just didn't want to be stuck where you're at. You've already been there for 6 years, and it was just like fuck this. If I do nothing about it, I'm just gonna be stuck here.
Pretty much like this is just the last this is probably this would the last thing I'd probably ever try and just give it a shot and it's worked out. So, thankfully finally.
Yeah. What made you think it actually worked out this time? Like obviously getting into something completely different because this is not crypto, right? This
Mm.
is sales. This is actually like appointment setting, remote closing. Like what made you look into this and what made it actually work? What do you think was the biggest difference for you investing in this rather than investing, in crypto like last time?
I think just actually like seeing people like me get into the online space and into sales and shit.
Yeah.
That's what kind of clicked in my head. Like I was still a little bit of me is like, oh, it's just a scam. Like they're just doing this to rack in tradies. But then like once I actually look into it more and then like get amongst it, I'm like, fuck, this is exactly this. I relate to all these people in every single way, like being a tradie, waking up early, and they're doing the shit that I want to do. So I was like, that's what kind of put me over the edge. Just that the relatability. Just that did it for me.
Mm. And how did that make you feel, bro? Like being able to see people that used to be in the same position as you, working a trade, waking up at the same hour, working the same amount of hours, being treated the same, that sort of thing. But now being able to leave. and then go do something in sales and actually live the life that they want to live. How did that make you feel, and why was that I suppose, the catalyst for, oh fuck, like let me actually try this?
First, I was like shit, like how these guys are younger than me and they're fucking doing everything that I want. And that's why I kind of thought like some of these guys probably dropped out of school. Like I'll finish school. Like I mean, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah,
That's why I'm like, if these guys can actually do it, then I at least have a 50% chance, even higher, of fucking just trying to get into it. So it's just really the people that are in the community are the ones that really fucking pushed me over the line, and
yeah,
he got me in. So
yeah. So it was more of like a fuck, if they can do it, why can't I sort of thing.
100%, 100%.
100%. And like it was like, because by the sounds of things, you didn't have a lot of belief in yourself as you would due to past past
No,
situations. But again, like seeing other people do it and coming from a similar story has like helped you believe that it is actually possible, and that you could do it for yourself.
100%. Like don't want to get too personal, but I'm pretty fucking shy. Like
Yeah.
I'm not the best like speaker or anything, but it's just seeing guys that they're probably a little bit better, not as shy, but they're still in the same situation I was, and that like don't want to be a tradie, and that's there's so many people out there that in exactly the same spot think the same thing, but they just don't take that step.
Yeah. What would you say to like tradies that are sort of like on the fence? Because I speak to heaps of guys. Even when I was still working, I worked with like all the other apprentices thought the exact same thing as me. We're just here because we didn't want to go to uni, basically.
Mm.
And like we're all sort of on the fence with wanting to leave and go do other things. What would maybe be your piece of advice to people that are like, no, I don't know if I should stick it out. I don't know if it's worth it, that sort of thing.
I think it really comes down to personal like preference. Like if you want to finish your apprenticeship, like do it. Like that's entirely up to you. But like if you're even like 50% thinking about going into the online space, like you obviously it's obviously a thought that's crossed your head many times. And like, why not actually just give it a try? And then, like, if you don't like it, sure, you can go back to your job. But like, if you actually just fucking want, like, lock into that lifestyle, like, the rewards are endless, and you're actually going to be happy. Which, or for me anyway, the person I was 40 days ago. I was fucking miserable, and now I'm just fucking. Oh, I've never. Oh, this is the happiest I've probably been, in 6 months. So,
No, man, that's I couldn't agree more. Like people ask me all the time, like, why do you hate on the trades? Like it's not even about that. Like I don't care if you continue working your trade, you finish your apprenticeship. Like it's all about what you actually see yourself doing and if you're happy in it. And I
mm-hmm.
think for yourself, you can agree. And I'm sure everyone that's left their trade and does this sort of stuff now is like, if you don't see yourself doing it long term and you're not happy with it, like why stick it out?
Exactly.
What's the point? Why get qualified and continue working that job if you don't enjoy it and you hate showing up to work every day?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Why not just like put all your effort in something that you would actually see yourself doing and you would actually get to those goals in that life that you actually want for yourself?
Yeah, no, 100% agree with that. Like, if you don't like your job and you think it's going to stay that way, then like this, I, I never, I didn't think there was a way out.
Yeah.
And for 7 years or 6 years, sorry, and then you just you got to give things a chance. Like, might
Yeah.
not work out the first time, but second time it might.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I think you truly can't like actually fail unless you give up. Like if you just keep giving it a crack, yeah,
mm-hmm,
you might fuck up. Same thing with me. I spent a good 6 to 8 months just trying shit and just failing.
mm-hmm,
And I think the number one thing that got me over the line as well was just trying until it worked.
exactly. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're always going to fail first before you succeed. Like
Yeah,
it's inevitable. So
100%. Well,
just
last question, bro. Like, where do you see yourself going now? Obviously, now you're about to leave your job after 6 years. You're going to be in this SDR role. Hopefully, you start printing fucking 5K a week. What's sort of the goals for you moving forward, man? What do you sort of see yourself doing, in the next year, maybe?
Yeah. So yeah, right now the focus is just on this SDR role and really gaining that experience. And the end goal is always going to be the closer. Like, that's the end goal for me. And I feel like this is probably that first step of getting closer to that. Obviously, there's a long way to go.
Yeah.
And like, I've got goals and stuff, but like right now, like SDR probably helped me get to there, but the real goal that I can achieve is becoming a closer,
Yeah.
which hopefully within the next 3 months or so I can achieve that, and then just fucking stick with it and start just printing cash with ease and actually enjoying life, going on fucking holidays and that. So
Yeah, sweet, bro. Sweet. Well, I appreciate your time, man. And yeah, fucking crazy story.
no worries. All right.
Easy.